What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so according to reports, Klutch Minion Richard Jefferson is a leading candidate to replace JJ Redneck, a fellow Klutch Minion, as BSPN's lead analyst on the A team covering basketball. All right, so you may recall that JJ Redneck replaced essentially, I guess, Jeff Van Gundy. Well, you could either say Jeff Van Gundy or Mark Jackson, but you remember the team used to be Mike Breen, Jeff Van Gundy, and Mark Jackson. They got rid of Jeff Van Gundy for undisclosed reasons. A lot of people believe it has to do with the fact that there are unconfirmed reports that the NBA, in particular Adam Silver, did not like the fact that Jeff Van Gundy would often be critical of the NBA's product, which didn't make any sense to me because oftentimes Jeff Van Gundy's gripes were part of his appeal. He was speaking for the fan. He was speaking about some of the things that fans didn't like. I mean, it wasn't like he was being overly ridiculously criticism, but there were certain things he was being honest. But that's not what they want. They want cheerleaders. They don't want people giving their honest and objective thoughts. They want people speaking from a prepared script, promoting the league and only that. So they got rid of him. Then shortly afterward, they got rid of Mark Jackson. Mark Jackson has been a guy who's been on the NBA radar as far as pushing him out the door anyway. That goes all the way back to Golden State because of Mark Jackson's, personal beliefs conflicting with certain things that these guys want to promote. So they just got rid of Mark Jackson. And they replaced him with Doris Burke and JJ Redneck. Now, Doris Burke does know the game, but she's been heavily compromised. We all know that. And JJ Redneck, well, that just speaks for itself. But JJ Redneck has gone on to bigger and better things, becoming the puppet head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, which have been turned into a sideshow of a franchise. So the leading candidate to replace him, according to reports, is none other than Richard Jefferson, former NBA player. Look, his affiliation with LeBron James is well known. He always defends LeBron James. Is careful never to say anything too critical about Ramon James. We all remember years ago, I think it might have been a Zoom call where Richard Jefferson was participating with Ramon James, and Richard Jefferson cursed. Now, at that time, Richard Jefferson was retired and was an employee of BSPN and thought that he might be fired for cursing. But LeBron James infamously said, and I quote, "They're not going to fire you. You're my friend." And that already indicated the type of power and influence that Ramon James had. But since then, Ramon James's power has, if anything, has increased his power, influence, and reach with Klutch Sports. And we're going to get more of the same now. It's going to be bland, vanilla, coverage where they're just going to cheerlead everything that the Lakers do and anything that LeBron does. Matter of fact, he's going to get credit for stuff he shouldn't get credit for. Whenever some nondescript Lakers bench role player makes a shot, they're going to say LeBron James should get an assist for that, for giving him the motivation by, coaching him from the sidelines or something. I don't know. They'll give him credit for assists when he's sitting on the bench. They're going to praise him when he's not in the game. They're going to praise him for, not playing defense. I don't know. Just, the spiel. And at the end of the day, it's tiresome. It really is. Um, and I mean, look, man, I'm not trying to be funny. I really am not trying to be funny here. But, Richard Jefferson isn't exactly the most radio-friendly voice guy, you know? I mean, um, yeah, I'm not going to dwell too much into that one. But, yeah, man, this is further evidence of how rigged the NBA has become, at least in my opinion. Um, you know, if you want to be a part of BSPN, what am I talking about? It's BSPN. If you want to be part of BSPN, if you want to have a job on BSPN, um, you're going to have to play by their rules. And by their rules, I mean, you can never say what you're thinking. Okay. You're going to have to go out there if you're Richard Jefferson. And even if Bronny James is 0 for 7 from the field and 0 for 6 from downtown, if he has 7 turnovers, you're going to have to praise him somehow. Look, this kid, look, you got to give him nothing but praise. Yes, he's not playing well. Yes, he hasn't played well all season, but to just have the heart and motivation to keep chugging along, anybody else, they just would, they would fold. And this guy, bless his heart, he has the heart of a champion. And sometimes stats don't tell the whole story. Yeah, you're not telling the whole story. You know why? Because he fucking sucks. And he shouldn't be in the NBA. Just be honest. He freaking sucks. Okay? There's nothing wrong with saying that. Okay? The guy that's standing next to you in this picture, he created this situation. I said in my prior video. These niggas right here say, see, this motherfucker here, Jack, this goddamn, oh God, my Richard Pryor is horrible now. God damn. My Richard Pryor do better than that, man. I gotta work on my Richard Pryor. God damn. See, I have those, I'm not one of those natural comedians. Like, I have to work on shit, like my impressions. And if I don't work on them in a while, them shits deteriorate. God damn, that was horrible. Damn. I gotta try that again. I know I got one thing down pat. Richard Pryor's scared voice. That scared shit he did. I'll never forget to do that shit. But my Richard Pryor was better than that, though. Godfrey's Richard Pryor is unbelievable, man. His Richard Pryor, it sounded like Richard Pryor overtook his body, man. That shit, that's the best impression, I think. One of the top 3 impressions I've ever heard ever. But anyway, Richard Jefferson, if he gets a job, it's going to be a dumpster fire. BSPN is a slave to Klutch Sports, and the NBA is trash, and Adam Silver is garbage. That's all I got to say about it. And my Richard Pryor stinks.